So here we have a new 2025 Honda Accord. This one comes in the SE trim level in platinum white pearl. And then we have black cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 192 horsepower, 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. And that's made it to a continuously variable transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with our LED daytime running lights. And I love the front faces of these ever since they got their redesign. Just a super sleek look. Subtle, but still, when you get up on it, you're like, man, that thing is clean. Over here to these wheels. These are going to be 17-inch alloy. Love the gloss black look to those. Black mirror caps, and then just the black accents around the door. They just did a really good job with this trim level. To the door panel here. One-touch up and down windows for the front, regular power windows on the back, power door locks for your window locks, power mirrors, and then we do have our blind spot monitors there. Bottle holder in the door. Trunk release is here. Hood release on the side there. And we do get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. But here's the power driver seat with two-way power lumbar support. And I want to give a huge thanks to Daryl Waltrip Honda here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this vehicle today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. Takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I have the front seat adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so we're gonna see the space as I sit behind myself here. So really good four-door sedan. I mean, headroom's pretty good. The roof kind of curves back here to kind of give me more of that space. Otherwise, it would brush up against there. So nice design move there. You get a seat back pocket on the passenger side. Rear AC vents are here. You get two USB-C charge ports. And there is a view of the front from back here. And I apologize if the fan noise is coming through, but it is so hot out here, I had to turn the AC on full blast. That's that Tennessee humidity for you. The grab handles there, pretty strong hook. I wouldn't put a shirt and a pair of pants, but one or the other should work on that. But lock, unlock for the child locks there. Capless fuel filler. We'll just go straight into the trunk space. Very good size back here in my opinion. You have the releases here to fold down the back seat. And then you do have a little storage compartment underneath here. And there's your jack. And underneath that is the spare tire. But there's a nice look at the back end. And then exhaust underneath. Now that we've hit that release, we can fold the seat flat, run longer objects through to the front, and then pretty easy to just snap the seat back into place. And then you have your top tethers behind the seats right there. And then your anchors are behind this little cover here if you need to put the car seats in that way. Front passenger seat is going to be manual full way, so we can adjust seat back there, seat bottom here. Let me cut that down now. And then we have a lockable glove compartment right there with the owner's manuals. As we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. And again, that's a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Now I'm just going to show off the blinkers. Love the LEDs. They're subtle but bright enough. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat now. All right. So vinyl wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Over to the radio, we get our AM, FM right there, Bluetooth audio, USB, And then we also have our Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. This menu button goes through all of your settings, but for the most part, everything that you need is in the gauge cluster. But I'll show you how to change the units there in a moment. But a very simple system. One of the reasons I like Honda's infotainment so much is just easy to use. Backup cameras here, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You can change the actual view here if you want to zoom in or get almost like a trailer hitch view there. But don't tow anything with this car. Down here, dual zone automatic climate controls. We can push the auto there and then adjust the fan speed to turn it off. We can sync and unsync here, or you can sync and then adjust the passenger side temperature to turn the sync off. 3-stage heated seats for the front. We can cut the whole system on or off there, and then we can decide fan direction by pushing this button. 2 USB-C ports, one's for charging, one is to wire to the radio. Pretty big storage pocket here if you want to have both phones on the charger. On the shorter cable would be ideal, and then you can just leave them on either side. Now for the shifter, pull on the lever, reverse, neutral drive. You have the sport mode, then you have the low mode there. You have your econ, turn that on or off. Auto stop toggle, then you have your electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Automatic brake hold is here. Center console cubby space, you do have a 12 volt in there, which is nice. And then up here, sunglasses holder, lights, and then we do have a power moonroof, so you can tilt or slide that. So this is a one-touch slide. Goes all the way back behind the cover, so that's nice. And then you can close it the same way. But there's a look at the back seat from up here. Vanity mirror. Ooh, I like that. I wasn't expecting that. Very nice vanity mirror. Love the lights. It looks very, very fancy. Now back to the steering wheel itself. Blinkers, your low beams, auto, and then you have your high beams. You can flash there. And I love that you get that animation when the high beams are on. That is neat. And then intermittent wipers. So one time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent frequency there and then pull up for the front fluid. You can also see on the animation when I let off the brake, the lights go away. So that's pretty nice. But to the steering wheel itself, track list of radio station presets, volume, voice recognition. This is important here. This goes to your audio sources, and you can customize the display as well based on that left side stock. And then right side of the steering wheel, you can control the cruise, adaptive, gap adjust for that. And then you have the lane center, you can turn on or off, cancel, set the speed. And then this goes through that gauge cluster. So this has all the extra stuff you probably don't think about most of the time, but it's there. So you can fool with the safety support system, the maintenance, and then range and fuel, you can see that. Go into the settings, and then you can fool with the meter setup, including the calibration of the tire pressure monitors. But in the meter setup, you can change the language, and then you can also change the units of measurement for speed or distance here. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start.